and Japan, and also the Soviet Union and France. Paul Thorburn ready to get the game underway. Wales with the advantage of the kick-off. This, the very first match at international level between Wales and the United States, gets underway. The ball immediately to Saunders, back to the kicker, Mark Williams, but it's not in touch. It's picked up by Robert Jones. The Gary Owen to test in the corner, Peter underneath it. As Wales go driving in, the Americans have it, back to Mark Williams. And judging by that flurry of activity, there's going to be plenty of pace in this game. Immediate short line out, called by Wales. Phillips throws, Moriarty palms. The pickup is by Jeremy Pugh, leading the charge, some 8 meters short of the 22-meter line. The Americans that time going over the top, and it's an opening penalty to Wales. Leading the charge in his debut match, Jeremy Pugh of Neath and Bilthwells. Thorburn with 126 points for Wales. This is 15th cap. Has he got there? It's there. The opening kick for Wales. The reliable Mr. Thorburn puts his country ahead, 3 points to 0. There go the signals from Mike Saunders. Johnson throws, Moriarty got a fingertip to it, Collins goes down. Jeremy Pugh comes round on the peel as the Americans add strength. The Wales have it. Jones, Bowen, they miss out a man to Kevin Hopkins. Thorburn is there, out to Adrian Hadley. Hadley up towards the 22-meter line. Back inside it comes to Mark Ring, to Paul Moriarty. The ball's still alive as well as rush forward. Robert Jones is there, splendid work, excellent support work. And the Welsh really testing the American defence. Johnson to throw. The Welsh dangerously close to the American try line. Here comes to Moriarty at the back. Has he got the strength and the power, the support? No try.
Mr. High was perfectly positioned there. I'm sure Paul Moriarty will be disappointed, but Mr. High was right on the spot.
Robert Jones, the scrum half, looking at all the options on the short side to his outside half as well. So here it comes. Jones, long pass to Ring to Webb. It's the first opening try. Glenn Webb, superb rugby, and led really by Robert Jones.
And superb scrum ball by Wales. They've started off very solid in the scrum, and here's the dummy, but there's the long pass that creates it, misses 2 men out, and just watch for the floating pass, lovely floating pass, and there's Glenn Webb accepting it, gloves on, you notice, to keep himself warm. Excellent try. There's the dummy, and there's that superb long pass from Robert Jones. Mark Ring floating the ball over the defence of the Eagles. Webb accepts it 5 meters ago. Great start.
And this could well take Paul Thorburn over the 130 points mark for Wales. It's a super kick. It's straight and true. Roland Phillips at the tail, alongside him Brian Vizard. Robert Gloucester half on that one, cleaned up by Roland Phillips. Wales trying to suck in the Americans. Jones then the feet of Bowen. Mark Ring, they miss out a man. Webb is in as the extra man's got Hadley outside. Webb still going. The ball lost, 15 meters short of the American try line. Jones at the short side, but frustration for everybody with a whistle going from the lips of Colin High.
Tremendous incentive play by Glenn Webb. Came in from his narrow side and showed good pace, but was well tackled by the American cover defence.
Kevin Phillips winning his 5th cap for Wales, the Welsh hooker, to throw in. Looking for Robert Gloucester. Moriarty has it. 2 tall men in the Welsh pack doing well. Russell trying to lead the charge. And Wales desperately need the possession. The ball taken down, so the penalty award to Wales. So what's the decision of Blenheim Bowen? He's going to give the responsibility to Paul Thorburn. 16 minutes of the first half remaining. And the Americans await the kick. Thorburn. It's got underneath it. It looks accurate. The flags go up. Wales go 12 points to 0 into the lead. And Paul Thorburn has contributed 8 of those points. There's 10 minutes to go in this first half. Wales quite comfortably in the lead by 12 points to 0. The Americans yet to respond. And here go the Welsh. Phillips picks up. Moriarty drives. What a super drive onto Russell, onto Phillips, and David Young has scored. What a moment for the young lad from Swansea and Aberdeen. David Young, in his 3rd international, puts Wales 16 points to 0 in the lead.
Wales is throwing the line out, and it's very scrappy ball which should have been tidied up by the Americans, but Wales are through very, very quickly. Look at the back row there again, Roland Phillips. There's Paul Moriarty. He's playing very, very well, a strong man. Norster, and watch for David Young, this mobile and hard scrimmaging prop forward. Excellent prop forwards try. And this is the kind of play we want to see from the Welsh forwards, handling, mobile, driving in the loose, as well as scrimmaging very well. And they're all supported. Norster's there, look, not dying, flicking the ball up. And there's David Young, as a good prop forward should be, supporting. It's no wonder Dubroca, the French captain, rates this man the best prospect he's seen for a while.
16 points to 0. Wales lead. Thorburn from way out. It's a beauty. An extra 2 points. And the Neath captain really on song with the boot. Mark Williams to get the game underway. Stuart Russell's underneath it. The man from Kenya. But the Eagles have it. Mark Williams. The alignment is a little bit untidy by the Americans. Didn't quite expect that ball. And suddenly comes into Welsh hands. To Bowen, to Hopkins. Hadley. This is going to be a chase all the way. Hadley still going. And a superb tackle, covering tackle by Mark Williams, but Wales still going. Moriarty back inside. It comes to Kevin Phillips, to Jeremy Pugh. Wales attacking, a few metres short of the Eagles' try line. And Robert Jones at the vital moment knocks the ball forward. A great round of applause. This is what this crowd have come to see.
Magnificent handling by the Welsh forwards.
It's a long time since we've seen a back row with inside flip passes, and the passes, more importantly, going to hand. And again, an attacking opportunity. It's a Welsh put-in. Robert Jones, the release from Moriarty. Short time pass to Adrian Hadley. Great tackle by Hine. Wales looking for the ball. Jeremy Pugh trying to worm his way towards the United States territory.
Tremendous change of tactics by the Welsh team. The scrum, solid ball. We all thought that Robert Jones was going to throw the long pass out, but there was the little flip to Hadley, who broke the defence, but a great tackle.
And it really doesn't look as if Gary Hine's going to take any further part in this game. The replacement is Dennis Shanager. Pat Johnson with the throw. 6 metres short of the American try line. Johnson lobs one up. Norster gets a hand to it. Pugh feeds. Robert Jones, Brendan Bowen, Ring, Hopkins on the outside. Hopkins got Webb back inside with a pick-up by Robert Jones. Has he got there?
And this would have been a great try because it's well cleaned up. Now watch the work Kevin Hopkins does off the ball. There's Brendan Bowen, and he's already running off the ball, and he takes a superb loop. But you see the right wing has stayed out wide. He looks for the back row, but there's the knock on.
The scrum, an attacking scrum on the 22-metre line. Glenn Webb and Adrian Hadley on the short side, the two wings together. So what have the Welsh got up their sleeves? Sohail, Moriarty, Robert Jones. There's a bit of a gap there just for Jones himself. Hadley trying to get the ball to Webb. Superbly taken by Webb and the gloves. Richie Collins sets it up. on the short side of Webb once again. Bundled into touch by Jefferson and others.
And the Americans not content to tackle Glenn Webb, they tackled the cameraman as well there.
That's how close the Welsh are. Well into injury time. Johnson with a throw. It's a crucial throw-in for the Americans. It has to go to hand. The Welsh have it. Pugh trying to burrow. We put it down on the deck as the Welsh ruck. Moriarty on the charge. He's got that. Moriarty with a try. Well into injury time at the end of this first half.
Good play by Wales, tremendous line-out ball by Noster, and doesn't Jeremy Pugh do well because he sucks in that cover and sets a perfect ball. And Moriarty has stayed out, and he's a very strong, big man on the charge, just brushes through the tackle. Good try by Moriarty.
But what a cushion for Wales, and that indeed is the half-time whistle from referee Colin High. And Wales will be well pleased with their lead at half-time of 22 points to nil. Just one of the leftovers from Guy Fawkes night, exploding in the corner. Vizard waits. Saunders. Mark Williams, Doherty. That's Shanago, the replacement. As the Americans set up just outside the Welsh 22. Peters to Higgins. And there's a little bit more life about the Americans. The back row in concert, but suddenly it's Mark Williams on the short side. Half tackle by Hadley, but the man from Aspen, Colorado gets away. Saunders waits. The Americans will have to realign. They've got the possession. Williams, miss out a man. Vizard onto Kevin Swords. The Americans have gone across field, but not over the advantage line. Saunders, Williams with a kick, falls to Robert Jones. And it could well be a penalty to the Americans. Wales offside, three-quarters coming up a little bit too early on their American counterparts. Great applause from the Arms Park crowd. That's exactly what they've come to see. Williams, the pivot man is Johnson. On it comes eventually to the big centre, Chris Doherty. But Wales have it. It's Moriarty. Oh, three men outside.
Some good enterprise. Look, they're running the ball, and that's the Welsh 22. They're rather pedestrian in midfield. Again, they're going to set it up to try and win second phase ball. But Wales are tackling very well this afternoon. And indeed, Richie Collins comes away with the ball. And here's where I think that he could have passed it. But Paul Moriarty, being an excellent forward, gives it the welt.
Saunders taking his time with the put-in. Americans having conceded 3 against the head. This is Williams up to Doherty, setting it up for Vizard on the 22-metre line. Saunders to Kevin Swords. He's got Zenka there. The ball loose, anybody's ball. It's picked up by Kevin Phillips for Wales. Back he comes to Robert Jones, the chance of a counter-attack. Brendan Bowen, they got extra men on. Hopkins to Ring. Ring back inside. The two dummies. He's got Collins there. Up comes Brendan Bowen if he looks to the far side. Ring, this could be a superb try. The ball comes to Thorburn, back to Brendan Bowen, on to Glenn Webb. And the American tackling is superb, but they'll have to come back to the 22-metre line. A forward pass spotted by Colin High, but that was rugby of the highest order.
And I like the Welsh attitude. They've tackled it inside their 22, and they're looking to move the ball. Some lovely sleight of hand. And just watch this Mark Ring. There's one dummy. There's another dummy. He's beaten. Richie Collins doesn't know quite where to go. I think he should have gone more to his right. He had men on the outside, but he's working well, Ring, off the ball. And look at the sleight of hand there. There's a lovely pass. There it is again. There's a lovely inside pass. Good tackling by Higgins, but Jefferson.
Saunders with the feed. It's a quick channel ball this time. Vizard not releasing it yet. Saunders still going, trying to find Shanago, the replacement, but Wales have it. Ring in possession. The kick ahead. The Americans are back there in numbers. Williams knocks on. The advantage will be played because he's being harassed by the Welsh. And the ball comes available for the Americans. Back to Williams. Webb. He'll run surely. Back inside, a dreadful pass really for Robert Jones. A suicidal one. So it's picked up by Johnson. Moriarty goes through on the tackle. It's a little bit untidy out there. Now they try to regroup, stay on their feet for the delivery. And Wales look to have it. Jeremy Pugh burrowing in there. Now they have it, Jones to Bowen. They've got men over. Thorburn to Hadley. Hadley back inside to Kevin Hopkins. To Hadley again. Back inside the ring to Richie Collins. Did he make it to the outside half? Brendan Bowen. A captain's try. In the nick of time, Richie Collins getting the ball to his captain and outside half, Brendan Bowen. And that's Wales' first score in this second half.
Wales have won the maul ball and they're always looking to move it. Robert Jones ever eager to move it towards Blethen Bowen, his captain, and it takes some lovely fingertip passing here. There's the good handling. Look at the inside support, that's the important. Lovely flick inside there, and look, there's the dummy flick pass. And look again, another flick, might be a bit forward, but Blethen Bowen deserves that because he's followed up very well. Wales have moved the ball after doing very well in the maul. Good pass by Thorburn, and it's all about support play on the inside. Hadley does well, a little flick pass inside. There's Kevin Hopkins, lovely reverse pass there, and it's all about support play here. There's Mark Ring there, and there's Collins, who's a superb back row forward. Bowen throws him over, but he deserved that try.
Kevin Phillips throws, finds Robert Norster. Phillips in the cove to Robert Jones. Blethen Bowen, they miss out a man to Hadley, the two wings on the far side. Ring does well to get over there to Glenn Webb. Will he put a foot in touch this time? No, he's caught by his opposite number, Willie Jefferson. The Wales still have it. Jones, they'll open it out. A superb pass out to Kevin Hopkins. He's got Ring inside. Roland Phillips going towards the halfway line and still motoring onto his clubmate, Kevin Phillips of Neath. Wales have gone beyond the 10-metre line, and they still have it. Robert Jones to Blethen Bowen, to Paul Thorburn. Ring on the far side, the chip ahead. Hadley and Webb chase. Montgomery comes over for the Eagles.
Wales looking to move the ball at every opportunity. Not a good pass there by Blethen Bowen behind him, but Mark Ring working well off the ball. Glenn Webb always looking dangerous, but good tackling by the States. But look, they're always looking to make the ball available and to switch it back in play. But just look for this pass from Robert Jones. Look at the length of that. And there's Kevin Hopkins looking for his back row. And Roland Phillips, to me, has done an unglamorous but a very sound job for Wales this afternoon. He's the type of team player you want. There's his teammate, Kevin Phillips. Good support play, good there. And he goes down, and they're making the ball available for the backs.
Kevin Hopkins, the bang has been too much. Kevin Hopkins of Swansea. And this is a great moment for the Swansea outside half, Tony Clement. One of a crop of youngsters being carefully nurtured by the Swansea club. Tony Clement wins his first cap for Wales. Quickly taken. Wales have it. Are they going to drive? Richie Collins leading the charge to Roland Phillips. Back inside it goes to Robert Jones. He's got Pugh and David Young there. It's Pugh who takes on the lead. Then to Kevin Phillips. Crossfield if they deliver quickly. Blethen Bowen still has the ball. The audaciousness of Ring. Tony Clement's first touch of the ball is a disappointing one. We really saw all the footballing ability of Mark Ring there.
Wales doing very well because they put Richie Collins at the front of the lineup to win that ball, and they keep on. Pugh's determined to have a try. Look, he's trying his very best, but good tackling by the Americans. And Kevin Phillips comes across. He should have given sooner, because as the ball comes there, there's Blethen Bowen tackled man and ball. But again, Ring, look at that lovely flick pass. But Tony Clement, his hands must be very cold. He's just come on, and that was a poor pass by the Swansea youngster.
The man on the right there is Stuart Russell, and his mother and sister have travelled from Kenya to see him play at the Arms Park in his first international. Throw from Phillips, again, looking for Robert Forster, the Cardiff captain. Kevin Phillips, in the thick of things, delivers the ball to Robert Jones, to Brendan Bowen. Ring is the pivot man. Up comes Thorburn, to Ring again. Now what's he going to do this time? Dummy, and away he goes. Moriarty back inside to Jeremy Peel. Was it forward? Play allowed to go on. Jones on the open side to Brendan Bowen. Ring in the movement once again. Thorburn. Switch of direction. Thorburn still going. The Americans will have to turn Thorburn round, but they haven't. So back he comes to Pugh. A scrum half pass to Brendan Bowen. Oh, the Welsh beginning to play Sens rugby. It's Ring. Back inside. He's still going. Back inside to Robert Forster. Has he got there? The try has been scored by the Cardiff captain, Robert Forster. His second international try.
There's Pugh again, the mobile defence, and again, not really knowing where we go in, but there's Ring. He sees the gap. It looks as if he's going to go over himself, a little dummy, but Robert Noster supporting well, like a good forward should. Meet it from the line, strength, and he's over.
Quickly put in by Saunders, and that's the fourth against the head. Bowen, the kick is a speculative one, but so finally judged in the end. Well, really rifled that one, good 45 metres. Wales are away. It's Hadley through the replacement. Clement, his first try for Wales on his debut, his second touch of the ball. Oh, what a great moment for the Swansea club.
Quick thinking by the Welsh forwards, and by Aidan Hanley enabled that try to be made. But what a dream for the Swansea outside half, playing in the centre this afternoon. First cap, and he's over for a try and his debut at the Arms Park. You see, quick thinking by Aidan Hanley, took it when they weren't expecting anything to happen, and Richie Collins did well to get there. And there's the Swansea youngster putting his head back. He'll remember that for a long, long time.
Thorburns' concentration broken really by a supporter on the field. And the ball bobbled a bit, but it didn't matter. It's 2 extra points. With all that enterprise available to Mark Ring, the arguments will rage about the outside half position for Wales. But here come the Welsh again. Over the halfway line, Moriarty to Brendan Bowen. Oh, he's spinning wide open. Brendan Bowen, can he link up to Thorburn? A good tackle, but away goes Robert Jones. Back inside, it's the second try for the captain, Brendan Bowen. Superb rugby, and indeed he engineered that himself.
And Wales really turning on the forward power now, playing magnificent stuff. Look, driving through, scattering the Americans all about them, making the ball available, and a lovely pass by Paul Moriarty. And here's where Wales do well, because Bowen straightens the line out and looking for support. A long pass, good take by Thorburn, and he's always on the inside. Lovely play by Robert Jones, draws the cover, and Brendan Bowen, for me, a superb game at fly half and an Excellent try to finish it off.
Thorburn's kick is straight and true. An extra 2 points, 42 points to 0. Great joy to watch this promising Welsh side in full flow. Robert Jones, short side. The pick-up by Roland Phillips to Richie Collins. On the open side to Brendan Bowen. Bowen, long rifling pass to nobody in particular, but it's picked up well by Hadley. To Thorburn, waiting for Tony Clement. Is he going to score his second? What a day for Tony Clement! My word, 2 tries in his first international, coming on the field as a replacement for Kevin Hopkins.
Wales really turning on the screw like a good side should do. First work in the narrow side, it doesn't particularly work well, but look at Richie Collins. He knows they've got pace on the outside, and they're looking to move it wide on the outside. Again, not a great pass, but Paul Thorburn's the key man here. He does well. He's looking all the time that there's support coming on the inside, and Tony Clement's got 25 metres to go. He must think it's very easy at international rugby.
Is the final whistle. A great game of rugby at the Arms Park. 8 tries scored by the Welsh. A very, very